Number 1, the table shows the number of outcomes possible when different numbers of dice are rolled. And notice the table has number of dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, and number of outcomes, 6, 36, 216, 1,296. Based on the pattern in the table, which expression can be used to find the number of outcomes possible when D dice are rolled? So D stands for dice. Notice the answer choices have D in all the answer choices, but the D is in a different position in each answer choice. So let's take a look at answer choice A. D squared, or D to the second power. So since D stands for dice, let's plug in the number 2. So when you have 2 dice, 2 squared equals 4. And notice that the number of outcomes with 2 dice is 36, not 4. So A cannot be the correct answer choice. Let's take a look at B. 6 times 2 squared. Let's see what that equals. Well, I know 2 squared is 4. 6 times 4 equals 24. Okay, well, again, we're looking for 36 as our number when 2 dice are rolled. So the answer cannot be B. Let's take a look at answer choice C. 6 and the exponent is D, so let's plug in 2 for D again. So 2 would be 6 squared. 6 squared is 6 times 6, which equals 36. Okay, well, C may be the correct answer. Let's plug in another number for D. Let's say when D is 1, we're looking for 6. So 6 to the first power is 6. Okay, that checks out. Now let's try when D is 3. 6 to the third power is 6 times 6 times 6. I know 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6, 36. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 is 21. So, okay, the correct answer is C. Number 2, the pattern shows the first 4 terms of a sequence. And we see the first term has 6 dots. The second term has 2, 4, 6, 8 dots. Third term has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 dots. And the fourth term has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 dots. Based on this pattern, if n is the position of a term in the sequence, which expression could be used to find the number of dots for that term of the sequence? So basically, the first term is in position 1. N stands for a position. So we want to substitute position 1 into our answer choices to see which answer choice returns a value of 6, because there's 6 dots in position 1. Position 2 has 8 dots, so we could also plug in 2 for position 2, and we're looking for the answer choice that returns a value of 8. So let's plug in position 1 into answer choice A. So we have 2 times position 1 plus 4 equals 6. Okay, that checks out. Let's plug in position 2 to see if we get 8. 2 times position 2 plus 4 gives us 8. Let's plug in position 3 into our answer choice A. 2 times position 3 plus 4 gives us 10. Okay, 6, 8, 10. We're looking for those term values in the first, second, and third positions. So the correct answer is A. Number 3, Uma and her little sister Sita have been collecting shells at the beach. When their pail is full, they sit down on the sand, and Uma uses the shells to help Sita learn how to count. First, Uma lays one shell on the sand. Okay, so let's write the number 1. Next, Uma adds 2 shells. So she's adding 2 shells, so they have a total of 3 shells. And asks Sita how many shells there are now. Sita counts all the shells and says that there are 3. Then Uma adds another 3 shells. So now they have 6 shells. And Sita counts the total number of shells, finding that there are now 6. Continue in this manner. Uma adds 4 shells. So now they have 10. Based on the pattern, if Uma keeps adding shells in the same manner, which expression can be used to find the total number of shells Sita will count when Uma adds n shells to those she already has laid on the sand? Answer choice A. We're going to substitute, okay, so we have our term values, position 1, 2, position 3, and position 4. Let's substitute position 4. You can substitute any one of these positions. I'm just going to randomly choose position 4 into answer choice A. So N stands for position number, so the position that we're substituting is 4 into answer choice A. We get 4 times 3 is 12. We're not looking for 12 in position 4. We wanted 10. So A cannot be the correct answer choice. Let's look at answer choice B. Substitute position 4. 4 plus 10 is 14. Again, we're not looking for 14 for position 4. We want 10, so B is not the correct answer. Let's look at C. Position 4 plugged into answer choice C gives us 4 times 5 divided by 2. 4 times 5 is 20, divided by 2 gives us 10. Okay, so far it checks out okay, but let's plug in another position number just to be certain. So let's plug in position 3. So we have 3 plugged into answer choice C. Three times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and that's the term value that we're looking for in position 3, so the correct answer is C. Number 4, if n is the position of a term in this sequence, which expression identifies the rule for finding the value of any term in the sequence? Okay, well basically all we need to do is understand that 1/2 is in position 1, 1/8 is in position 2, 1/18 is in position 3, and 1/32 is in position 4. So let's substitute a position number into answer choice A to see if we get that term value. So we'll start with position 1. So 1 over position 1 plus 1 equals 1/2. Okay, well that's the term value that we're looking for position 1. Let's substitute position 2 into answer choice A to see if we get 1/8. 1 over 2 plus 1. Well, that's 1/3. That's not 1/8. So answer choice A cannot be correct. Let's move on to answer choice B. Let's substitute position 1. And let's see, 1 squared is 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Again, we don't get 1/2 when we substitute position 1 into answer choice B, so answer choice B cannot be correct. Let's look at answer choice C. Substitute position 1 in for n. We get 4 times 1 is 4. So this is 1/4 when we substitute position 1, so it can't be C. Let's look at D. D has to be the correct answer. So 1 over 2 times position 1 squared. 1 squared is 1. Well, this equals 1/2. Let's substitute position 2 into answer choice D. So 1.
37.
divided by 2 times position 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. There we go. We get 1/8 when we substitute position 2 into answer choice D. So correct answer is D. Moving on. At Merrill Middle School, the cafeteria tables are shaped like regular hexagons. Each side of a table accommodates one student. The chart shows how many students can be seated when different numbers of these tables are adjoined side by side. Let's look at the question. So you have your table. Here's hexagon table 1, 6 students can sit there. When you join 2 hexagons together, 10 students can sit there. 3 hexagon tables, 14 students can sit there. 4 hexagon tables joined together, 18 students can sit there. Based on the pattern, which expression shows how many students can be seated when T of these hexagonal tables are joined side by side as in the chart? So we want to substitute a table number into our answer choices to see if it returns the number of students that we're looking for given the number of tables. So let's look at answer choice A. When we substitute one table into answer choice A, 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 1 is 6, minus 2 gives us 4. We're not looking for 4 when there's one table. We're looking for 6, so it can't be answer choice A. Answer choice B. When you plug in one table, 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 gives us 6. Okay, that checks out. Let's plug in when there's 2 tables into answer choice B. So 4 times 2 plus 2. 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 2 gives us 10. Okay, when there's 2 tables, there's 10 students, so the correct answer is B. Let's look at number 6. The expression n divided by 4 plus 5 times n describes the nth term of which arithmetic sequence? So let's plug in. If you look at all the answer choices, the first number in each answer choice is position 1. So let's plug in 1 into our expression. So 1 divided by 4 plus 5 times 1. Let's see what that gives us. Well, I know 1/4 plus 5. 5 can be rewritten as a fraction, 5 over 1. I need to get a common denominator, so I need to multiply by 4. So this fraction becomes 20 over 4. So you add 20 plus 1, you get 21 over 4. We can Tybo this. Let's see, 4 goes into 20 5 times with 1 as my remainder. Okay, so 5 and 1/4 equals 5.25. There's 2 answer choices with 5.25, so we're down to A and D as the potential answer choices. Let's plug in position 2. When you plug in position 2 into the expression, you have 2 divided by 4 plus 5 times 2. So we get 1/2 plus 10 over 1. Let's multiply by 2 to get a common denominator. So 20 over 2 gives us 21. Add 20 plus 1 gives us 21 over 2. Now let's simplify this. Let's Tybo this. 2 goes into 21 10 times with 1 being my remainder. So 10 and 1/2 is equivalent to 10.5. So the correct answer would be D. The first value is 5.25 and the second value in position 2 is 10.5.